What's up, guys? Welcome back. Movies Done Dirty, episode number 8, and today we've got Dear Evan Hansen. You want to hit him with the synopsis?
Absolutely. Film adaptation of the Tony and Grammy Award-winning musical about Evan Hansen, a high school senior with social anxiety disorder, and his journey of self-discovery and acceptance following the suicide of his fellow classmates.
I tell you what, this is a deep movie.
Very.
Like, holy cow, it touches on suicide throughout most of the movie, and I mean, off the top, I think they did a great job with the subject matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we might as well start with the characters.
Yeah. I mean, I think the characters were absolutely phenomenal. Like, everyone who played each role played it absolutely perfect. Right down to, like, the little mannerisms of the different characters, the growth throughout the movie, just everything. Top to bottom, the characters, I thought, were portrayed perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, as far as it goes for me, I think that everything Steve said, I 100% agree with. Just to add a little bit to it, I think, like, Evan Hansen's character, you could tell he had social anxiety. He played it through the whole movie. Even right up to the classmate that commits suicide. You could tell there was issues. You could tell there was mental disorder and there was problems going on there. And, like, I felt like I was back at high school. I really did.
Absolutely.
I really did.
I mean, yeah, not much more you can really say. They did a great job. Round of applause to the characters.
Absolutely.
The actors. Jumping into the story and the plot.
Yeah. So story and plot, as I read with the synopsis, it's Evan Hansen, a high school student who, you know, has no friends, isn't liked really by anybody. He's kind of ignored, you know, best way of putting it, you know, socially ignored. And he finally gains, like, that sort of approval, you know, throughout. Once again, we don't do spoilers. I don't want to ruin nothing for you guys. But what I'm telling you isn't really a spoiler. It's just, it is what it is. You know, he gains that kind of acceptance through, you know, after the kid commits suicide. Mm-hmm. It was well done. I really don't know what more to say to it. It was a musical. It was a musical. You know, there's the random, they would break out in song, do different parts, but it didn't really take away from the film at all.
I mean, going through the story, like, you follow these characters and you get invested, and, like, you want to see where it goes. Like, they have little flashbacks, and you're like, alright, but what's the true meaning? Like, what's going to actually come of this? You know, and then there's just little nuggets that they drop throughout the movie that you want to follow, little breadcrumb trails that you want to follow and see how it ends.
Yes.
And, like, it doesn't end in typical movie fashion. It catches you kind of by surprise in that aspect. It felt like a true-to-life story to me.
Yes. Yeah, very real. Music and sounds.
Holy cow, like, that pretty much is this movie, is the music.
It's a musical. It's all music.
I thought they did a great job. Like, if you ever watched The Greatest Showman, like, those, when they broke into the songs, they were, like, legitimate songs that the characters sang. Like, right from the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. Like, just plug and play, music video, the sound. And they were great songs, don't get me wrong. In this one, the music was more, almost real. Like, it didn't follow, like, a rhyme or a pattern necessarily. Like, it didn't follow, like, a normal song like you hear on the radio. You know, which I enjoyed. I thought it was different, it was unique. And even when they did break into the song, they kept the plot moving forward with each lyric, which I thought was awesome. You know, it kept telling you different things going on, and I thought they did a great job with the music.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is that, like, it wasn't your typical, like, song. It was it was literally like them speaking the lines of the movie, but in a song tone. So you kind of felt it. When they were angry, you felt the anger of the song. When they were happy, you felt the happy of the song. And like
each emotion carried through,
and it would change. Like in the movie, kids crying while singing, and like you felt the hurt. Like you actually felt the hurt. Like, I mean, it was a real tearjerker.
I mean, they could have done so much worse with this music, like easily. But they did such a good job. You know, the characters around the person singing didn't break into song and dance for the most part. There was a couple times, but it was part of the story, which kind of made sense. But it wasn't like all the classmates start singing on top of the tables in the middle of the lunchroom. It was just the one guy that was singing that would be walking.
Right. Like you would see the character walking through like the school, singing. All the other kids are still like shutting their lockers, talking to each other. They're not in the background all dancing with him while he's walking. Like it was almost like I was explaining to you on the way home. It's almost like as he was walking, it was the thoughts in his head, but he was singing it out loud. So it was like you felt, like
so good.
Moving
Moving on to the visuals.
It didn't need it. What really was there to see? I mean, like I said, we've already told you, like, the visuals, like I just said with him and singing and the songs, like, you don't...
See, I liked the little details, and I don't know if it's what the directors or them intended, but, like, when he was at his house, it was a dark interior.
Yeah.
You know, when he was in his own home. Then when he went to his classmate's home, it was all white and bright colored.
Yeah.
And I felt like that portrayed emotions that were developed throughout the movie. Like, his home life wasn't necessarily great, but then he went to these other people and found some acceptance, and it was a more bright surrounding.
I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, now that you say that, like, yeah, you know, we went to, like, his house was more dark and dreary, and his friend's house was brighter. Yeah.
The little details like that, right down to, like, mentioning the girl drawing hearts on her rolled up pant legs. The little visuals that they catch for that, you know, the, like, vision through the trees, like in some of the flashbacks and stuff. I thought they did a good job. Like, they didn't have to go above and beyond. They didn't need explosions and car chases. You know, it wasn't that movie, but they still, you felt like you were invested.
Absolutely, yeah. And to round it out with pace and flow.
Pace and flow. I thought it flowed very well. Like, it did kind of follow the normal 3-act formula.
Yeah.
But like I said in the story and plot, the ending, like, you could kind of see it coming, but you kind of couldn't. Like, you didn't know how they were going to go through it. And it just, it didn't seem like it lagged. The music didn't really, like, take away from the story. It felt like it was just solid. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pace and the flow. What about you?
Yeah. Never was like, oh, is this gonna end? Is this done? Oh my god. You know, like, I wanted to know more. I was really like, okay, what's going on now? What's happening next? Like, you thought you had an idea what was happening, and it just, nope.
Yeah.
You know, it just didn't happen. It had a long run time. I thought the movie was a little longer. I think it was probably the longest movie we've seen since we've been doing these videos.
Yeah, pretty close.
We went to 7 o'clock, and we left at like 9:20. So with previews, I mean, that's a solid 2-hour-long movie, and I think it needed it. I don't see where they could have cut out parts. There was nothing where I was like, oh, they could have done without this whole part. It needed every aspect of that movie was needed. So the pace and the flow, A+.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's time for our final grades.
Yeah. You want to go first?
I mean, I think, hands down, since we've been doing these reviews, I think this is the best movie we've seen. Like, it's the best movie I've seen in a long time. And, like, I can't say enough good things about this movie. I feel like you should absolutely go see it. I mean, if you're not, like, a theater fan, you still have to go see this movie, like, as soon as it comes on a streaming service. watch it. If you can go see it in theaters, go see it in theaters, because it was a great watch. I mean, like I said, I cannot say enough about this. This movie was absolutely done right, in my opinion.
Yeah. On the stage, in the movie, you felt for him. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about the movie up and down. You guys know where we're going with this. It's an A+. It was just, he knocked it out of the park. I read some reviews going into the movie, like I do with most, just to see where people, you know, are rating it and seeing it. People who have seen the musical on Broadway said it did not transition to the movie well. So let us know what you guys thought of that. If you've seen the musical, we haven't. This was like, I knew nothing about this movie. So I think for people who have not seen it and are new to it, go see this movie. I mean, this was absolutely a movie done right. I mean, it's unanimous. I mean, this isn't like one of our big goofy reviews. Yeah. I mean, it's more of a serious approach because this movie hits you.
It's right, a serious topic. It hits you in the feels throughout. Like, I'm a grown man. I cried. I had tears during this movie twice. Multiple times. There were spots that just, they hit you. And it just...
And not even the part where they find out about the kid committing suicide. That part wasn't even... I mean, you knew it was coming, so it didn't really hit you that hard. It's the other stuff. It's how they deal with it. How do they take care of it? What happens afterwards and beforehand even. I just... Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's a powerful movie. And, like, yeah. I really can't say much more good things about it.
And I do want to add on a little PSA at the end of this video. Reach out for help. If you need help, if you're struggling, you're not alone. We all deal with it. I dealt with it growing up. I know you dealt with it growing up. I mean, we're brothers. We shared everything with each other. Life can suck. Okay? Never take that road. Reach out to somebody. There's options. There's a number you can call.
I'll leave a link in the description to the hotlines, the suicide hotlines.
It really opens your eyes to things. Even the happiest of people deal with their demons. Robin Williams, right there, prime example. I mean, that is like the movie icon. All comedies, you would never think he had that kind of mental illness, and he was dealing with it his whole life.
Depression can be a dangerous thing, and we don't want to get into too much of it because we're not doctors. We're not going to be able to help something like that. Just reach out for help anywhere you can if you need it. Help's available.
Yes, absolutely.
And go watch this movie because so good, absolutely incredible. And
yeah. I do want to end on a high note. Next week, Venom. We'll be going to see Venom. We're really excited. Let there be carnage.
Let there be carnage.
Let there be carnage. So that's it. Episode 8 in the books.
Yeah. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're at 35 subscribers as the recording of this video.
Let's go. 35 of you.
Closing in on that 50. That'll be a huge milestone.
That will be a big milestone. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep making videos.
And if you enjoyed, make sure you like this video. Like, hit the thumbs up on this video. Share it to your social media accounts. Get the word out there, because that's what YouTube's going to look for. If you're following us on Facebook, make sure you click the link to the video and just drop a comment down below. Anything. Just a simple emoji would do. That'll be it for us this time.
That's it.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.